This video is about debate, one of the topics in Hong Kong DSE Paper 2 Part B. Last time we talked about the 8 elective modules in Paper 2 Part B, and debating social issues, popular cultures are top 3 in terms of average marks. So today I'm going to talk about debate. So in this video, we are going to go through the flow of our debate, how to prepare our debate, language features of our debate speech, judging criteria, and lastly, we are going to start our debate competition. Everyone is going to take part in the competition. First, let's take a look at the setting. Affirmative team and negative team. We also need chairperson and timekeeper. In the following, I'm going to use this sample motion. Motion means the topic in our debate. Okay, this sample motion to demonstrate how our debate runs. Homework should be given at weekends. Let's take a look at the setting. I have cut down the number of the members from 3 to 2 because it's easier for us to organize a classroom debate. Okay, let me introduce the roles. This is the captain of affirmative team. What the captain will do, let's take a look. First, introduce the motion. The motion here, homework should be given at weekends. Define the keywords in the motion. So what are the keywords? First, maybe homework and weekends. You need to look up these words in the dictionary or reference book. Okay, so you need to find a definition that helps your team. Okay, then next, introduce the team members. Introduce the team member and introduce the main arguments. Okay, the first argument, second argument. You need to tell everyone your 2 main arguments in the very beginning. And lastly, raise and elaborate the first argument. The whole process takes about 2 minutes, so the captain needs to do all these things in about 2 minutes. It's actually quite difficult. Then, captain of the negative team, similar, you can redefine the definition of the motion. For example, redefine the definition of weekends. Maybe it's not Saturday, Sunday, maybe it's from Friday night to Sunday night. Okay, it depends on you, okay, whether the definition favors your side. And secondly, the captain of, by the way, it's not necessary. It's not always necessary to redefine the definition. Only if you think it's really not favor your team, then you do this step. Okay, secondly, respond to the arguments raised by the affirmative team. Actually, except the captain of affirmative team, everyone need to respond to the other side first before they move on. And then introduce the team members, introduce the main arguments 1 and 2, and raise and elaborate the first argument. The whole process takes about 2 minutes as well. Okay, next one is the second speaker of affirmative team. Okay, only 2 things. First, respond to the argument raised by the negative captain and raise and elaborate the second argument. Only 2 things. Also, 2 minutes. So maybe more time about the rebuttal and the elaboration about the points. Similarly, second speaker of negative team, respond to the arguments raised by the affirmative team, and then raise and elaborate the second argument, 2 minutes. After that, there's a question session. The negative team first will ask a question to challenge the affirmative team. You can prepare this question beforehand, and the affirmative team will have about 30 seconds to prepare and 1 minute to respond. Similarly, the affirmative team will ask a question to challenge the negative team, and the negative team will answer the question. And after that, the last round, the captain of affirmative team will give a 2-minute closing speech and after by a 2-minute closing speech by the captain of the negative team. And that's it for the whole flow, and we will end the debate and pass to the adjudicators to announce the final result. Okay, so this is the first part, the flow of a debate. I hope that you can know the roles clearly, and then you can choose a role to see which one suits you best, or you can try both. And next, we are going to talk about how to prepare a debate using the same sample motion. Homework should be given at weekends. When you are preparing for a debate, no matter which side you have picked, you have to prepare arguments for both sides. And normally, you may raise some ideas like some keywords. We'll put it down here, or some examples. I'm going to show you that you should have tree, okay, T-R-E-E, tree, when you prepare for an argument. What does that mean? First, T stands for topic sentence. You should have a topic sentence that is your main argument. You have to state it very clearly. And secondly, reasoning, the cause, the effect, the reasons. Okay, explain your arguments. And definitely you should provide examples. Okay, some examples. You can also make comparisons about these examples. And lastly, evidence, also some data, some numbers to show, to make it more convincing. So make sure you have three, okay, all these elements when preparing for your arguments. You can take your time to find a strong argument. Maybe at first, your idea is not a strong argument. You can ask yourself about why questions, why and what and how, and then finally you can come up with a strong argument to be your topic sentence. And for reasoning, also ask why question to explain it, examples and evidence. Take your time. Okay, you can find resources, you can say according to a research done by Hong Kong University, or you have read some articles or some news. You can also put it in your argument, the elaboration part. So now you can take your time to think about the argument for this motion. Homework should be given at weekends, and the negative side, homework should not be given at weekends. And make sure you have all these elements. Now let me show you an example. Okay, this is our paragraph about the negative side. Homework should not be given at weekend. And let's identify the 4 elements in this article. Okay, let's take a look at the first sentence. Homework at weekend is one of the most influential contributors to Hong Kong students' lack of social skills. Okay, so this is the topic sentence. Why? Having homework at weekends, students put extra focus over academic excellence. Young students might mistaken blah 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 blah. Okay, so these are actually reasoning. Okay, you ask why question and explain it. Then let's look at the green part. One of the most famous examples is Andy Yulun, who graduated from Chinese University of Hong Kong with a master's degree, yet could hardly get a decent job because of his poor performance during interview and was labeled as high school idiot. Okay, so this is our typical example. And then next, do you think it is a rare case? No, according to the study done by the Chinese University of Hong Kong, 1/3 of graduates each year cannot find a proper job due to their lack of social skills. So this is a piece of data and evidence. Okay, normally, so you have done tree, okay, T-R-E-E, all here, and definitely you can add one more piece of reasoning, one more piece of examples, and of course with more data. Okay, so you can have all these in your elaboration. So take your time to prepare for our debate argument. Okay, now it is your time to organize your arguments using tree. Okay, so I will end the video here. In my next video, I will talk about the language features.